International Women's Day, which falls on the 8th of March annually, is a day set aside by the United Nations globally to celebrate the economic, political, and social achievements of women, past, present, and future. The celebration of the Women's Day is essential in drawing the world's attention to areas requiring further action and the need to accelerate efforts at achieving gender parity across sectors. The commemoration of the day also serves as a call on policymakers and governments around the world to ensure the achievement of gender equality. Mr. Speaker, the history behind the celebration dates back to the 8th of March 1857, when garment workers in New York City marched and demanded improved working conditions and equal rights for women. 51 years later, March 8, 1908, their sisters in the needle trades in New York marched again, honoring the 1857 march, the demanding for their right to vote, as well as calling for an end to sweatshops and child labor in 1910. Clara Hetkin, a German feminist, proposed that March 8th be proclaimed International Women's Day. It is against this history background that the 8th of March has been earmarked by the United Nations to celebrate women and reflect on process made to achieve equality. International Women's Day was first celebrated by the United Nations in 1975. Since the year 1996, a global theme is always proposed by the United Nations to mark the celebration. Ghana has adopted the global theme for the commemoration of this year's International Women's Day, which is I Am Generational Equality, Realizing Women's Rights. Our campaign themes are Each for Equality, Equal World, Enabled World. This year's celebration is to bring together generations of women, female, child leaders, gender equality activists with women's rights advocates who have been very instrumental in achieving the Beijing Platform Declaration and Platform for Action to dialogue and strategize to accelerate the vision of gender equality. The commemoration will also be used to celebrate women and girls who have served to greater heights in very difficult circumstances, as well as galvanize national support towards achieving gender equality. Coincidentally, this year is unique as it marks the 25th year of the Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action, which is a global platform that seeks to highlight and analyze the major achievements on gender equality and women empowerment. 20th November of UN Security Council Resolution 1325 on Women's Peace and Security, 10th anniversary on UN Women's establishment as the global champion for the empowerment of women and girls. 50th anniversary of the Global Sustainable Development Goals. Mr. Speaker, according to UN Women, despite the process made, real change has been agonizingly slow for the movement of women and girls in the world. Today, not a single country has claimed to have achieved gender equality. Multiple obstacles remain unchanged in law and in the culture. As a result, women remain undervalued. They continue to work more and less, have fewer chances, and experience multiple forms of violence at home and in the public service. Though Ghana has achieved gender parity in the educational sector and seen a rise in women's participation in decision-making, there's still a lot of work to be done for the advancement of women. Mr. Speaker, despite the many commitments signed by the government and the international level, such as the Sustainable Development Goals, the Convention on Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women, The African Union Gender Policy Commitment adopted in 2009 by all forms of members as part of the Solemn Declaration on Gender Equality in Africa, making African Women's Decade 2010 to 2020 specific undertaking in respect to the Global Platform for Action endorsed in Beijing in 1995 and the UN Universal Declaration on Human Rights, Article 2, 1984, that seeks to ensure the elimination of all gender-based discrimination practices, which have direct implications on acceleration, the status and welfare of women. They continue to lag behind that of the male counterpart in all spheres of life. Mr. Speaker, I want to register my utmost bewilderment at the news of a disgusting and barbaric rape case of a 16-year-old student raped by her teacher, Atajen Kotoku, in Greater Accra region, and has been hospitalized for almost 2 months, with her parents paying 150 cedis daily. Mr. Speaker, this madness must stop, with a judgment that will deter other forms of art. I'll be surprised to see this teacher back in the classroom. Parents are being encouraged to do more to ensure the protection and well-being of their children. Teachers and the society at large should all be responsible for the protection and the welfare of children. The program and activities planned for the commemoration of the 2020 International Women's Day were as follows. The 15th of February 2020, we had production and airing of our International Women's Day messages. 21st, we had a media lunch. 25th, we had a deba among school children and students. On the 25th, we had a competition, cooking competition among the males. We had our Honorable Issa Husseini, MP for Pankwe North, honoring us to cook for us. He did egg stew with plantain, and I encourage all men, next time, we are going to have it with all the men in the house. Cooking and washing competition. Husseini, that's what, Issa Husseini, yeah. On the 8th March, we had award ceremony for the media who have women and girls focused programs, and there will be production and distribution of stickers in the month of March. Mr. Speaker, in conclusion, I wish to reiterate that as a country, this year, we want to take stock of our achievements in gender equality interventions in Ghana, 25 years after Beijing Declaration, and platform for action. Provide a platform for the younger generation to debate on issues on gender equality, rally more support to accelerate the process towards the achievement of gender equality and women's empowerment with respect to the achievement of the SDGs and the Beijing Declaration, and platform for action. Create awareness issues on gender equality and the value of women on unpaid work cases, and also bring the affirmative action on board. I end my statement with this passionate appeal that the inadequate resources to promote gender equality should be gravely considered, and that our further budget allocation should be enough to enhance our efforts towards achieving gender equality.